last week I ended up going down a rabbit hole and it felt like something that I should talk about both from a professionalism but also marketing standpoint. One of my social media clients is a real estate agent who regularly does guided tours of his listings, and his office has an in-house video and photo department. And so he goes to them, they create the video, he sends it to me to review, and it's very common that my edits include closed captioning, punctuation. And I've been doing this with him for 5 years. And so I said, you know what? It's time I research this because this is like a normal thing and I'm regularly doing this and they still don't just do it on their own. And what I found when I was searching for this was that Gen Z is adverse to punctuation and they consider it harsh. And so the first is they don't like periods at all because it's like very harsh. I talked to my friend about this and he likened it to when we were kids and our parents use our full name instead of just our first name. And so in texting, they just don't use periods. But when they have to use question marks or exclamation points, they're adding a space after the last word to soften the delivery. So for example, if you were to say, "Are you okay?" it would be a space question mark to soften the tone of this question. And I get how times change and I respect that that's something that they want to do. But when we're talking about closed captions, we need to keep in mind that these were developed as a resource for the hard of hearing community. And it's not just the words alone. The punctuation is what delivers context of what's being said. And so is it something that's an excited statement? Is it a question? Is it the end of a sentence? And the reason this also falls in like timing, right after I was going through the search, I was editing my own video and I noticed that the edits app includes capital letters where they think that there's a start of a sentence and then no punctuation at all. And I'm regularly checking for spelling, checking for punctuation, making sure the grammar is proper, but it really landed with me last week. And so I'm one of those die on the hill people that I still use punctuation and proper sentences in text messages and in emails, both personal and professional. But in terms of when you're making videos, I really wanted to drive home the fact that yes, social media has changed to where we don't always have volume on. And that's why we have captions so much more popular, so that we can allow people to understand what we're saying in the video without having the audio. But we really can't forget that this was for the hard of hearing community. And punctuation is really important in terms of accessibility and context for them. So I'd like to know your 2 cents on this now that I've shared a little bit of perspective. Shoot me a message, leave me a comment. I'd love to know.